Hello everyone, Dev the Sunny Panda here, and I hope everyone's having a great day. And welcome back to my playthrough of This is the Police, and let's continue. Yeah, let's continue because I was having fun. We were picking sides between Varga and what's his name? I forgot the other person's name. Oh no. Let me try to remember if I can. Nope. It doesn't hit me. Vikas Varga and Sand. Yeah, it's Sand, of course. Sand. Okay, so the Golden Bird reports that city crime rate increased by 31%, which I don't know why. We've been keeping a tight lid on all the crime going on, and we've been responding to calls and sorting out issues, but I feel there's something fishy here. Alright, Freeburg Tribune says, Mayor's nephew expresses desire to become FPD chief. That's our post. Oh, I see a correlation here. And the fact says Freeburg farmers report record harvest. That's good. That means you have more of growth and just everything. Oh, no one asking us for holidays, no one asking us for leave. That's good. Let's start the day. Let's jump right into business. Do we? Let's play something. Okay. And then let's jump right into business. I've had some horrible days as police chief, but I've also had good days. I hope this day 14 is turning out to be good. We need to maintain a balance between Sands and the Varga Mafia. As I remember from last time, it said that if I let Varga get too ahead or stay in lead for multiple days, it may cost me my life. So Christopher G. Sand asks us, our people were scouting ahead of Mr. Sand's movements and we spotted a punk carrying a gun. There's sure to be a few more of the bastards lurking nearby. Let's get together and turn the tables on his slimeball crew. So I'm sending out Tsubaki, Asano and Koenig, three of our finest officers for this very, very corrupt mission. But we have to pick sides. So we have no choice. Destruction of property. Constitution 2000 Arcade. Fun name. The attendant at the arcade called in a complaint about two teenagers who broke the steering wheel off the Turbo Nitro machine and are currently fleeing the scene. Alright. Officer Yancey and Officer Austin, off you go. I believe they both can bring justice to this game store that has been wronged. I just imagine someone running off after breaking one of your machines. Municipal assignment. Municipal? Okay. The wife of the mayor's press secretary loves choral singing. Today is her birthday, so please send some men with good voices. We're sending 2 officers to this stupid assignment, and they'll be gone for the rest of the day, and we don't have a lot of officers on this shift. I don't think we can hire either. We don't have any spots open. Yeah, we need to get some favors from the city hall. We need to get some spots so that we can hire more officers. Alright, destruction of property, offender caught, officers unharmed. Good job, Yancey and Austin. Get back. We have had just one legit call today. Okay, this is serious. Illegal arms sales in the ghetto. I'll wait for these 2 of my officers to come back, just so if I need to respond with more I can. Alright, here we go. Illegal arms sale, in the ghetto. An eyewitness reports that the man is selling weapons on the street right out of the trunk of his car. Someone is getting shot every night around here. You need to finally do something. We don't have the option to send SWAT for some reason, but I'm going to send Kochi as lead, Flores as support, because he's new, and Kochi knows the gig. Yancey and Austin. All of them, off they go. We need 1 officer as backup to attend to other calls. Though it's dangerous sending 1 officer out alone. Okay, a job for just 1 officer. From Vikas Varga. Mr. Varga told us to bring him a van full of fruit, but Sands men caught up with our driver on the bridge and threw everything. And they're throwing the shipment into the river. They're throwing everything into the river. Maybe you can get there quickly enough to save a box or 2 of oranges. Nope. You can take care of your oranges on your own. They're basically using us as glorified bodyguards. Come here and take care of our oranges. I'm going to refuse the... Okay, good job. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. They requested for backup, but I refused it. Loot found, non-automatic weapon. Let's bring it to the police station. We need to curb the flow of weapons around the city so that the crime rate falls down, and so that the city hall is happy with us, and the citizens should be happy with us too. We are the police after all. It's our job to keep peace. Okay, first off, responding to call. Firefight at the port. A dock worker sighted several armed men making their way between some cargo containers. Soon after, he heard several shots and some screams. The precise number of armed men is unknown, but port officials report seeing at least 5 people. Alright, Kochi as lead again. Flores as support lead. Yancy, Austin, Tsubaki, all are going out with the SWAT and the paddy wagon. We are just sending out the whole force. San needs our help, but it can wait. A shootout, a gunfight at the port is a lot more important in keeping the peace in our city, rather than helping out Sand. Protect his deliveries. Again, Christopher G. Sand, one of our minor deliveries, got intercepted by some fucking punks. Okay, boxes of towels, napkins, and various cooking utensils that were supposed to be going to the ranch are now scattered across the highway like a circus sideshow. They're having a laugh and making us look like clowns too. We're not too broken up about the towels, but we still need to teach those punks a lesson. For such a thing, they need us like silly fights. Ulrich Bieber says, Mr. Boyd, I feel bad about coming to you again, but you really are the only one who can help with this. Those records that my ex sued me for, well, I got them back, of course, and I guess this could be nothing, but her big-nosed brother had his sights on them. The idiot even hired a private detective who's been at my store 3 days straight, and now he has the audacity to come to my house and accuse me of being involved in the record's disappearance. I don't know if he has any evidence, but the risk is just too high. Can you scare them both? Make sure they stop poking their nose into people's businesses? My store is open for you anytime. We don't have officers to spare. There's a suspicious individual at Everyday Mall. Former psychiatric patient Leboko Clark called the police because a maniac was harassing people at the mall. According to Leboko, there's a killer on the loose who will stop at nothing. That's a false alarm. And we don't have the officers to spare. I don't know. We can't really send out the officers either. They're attending a firefight in the port. The police detachment arrived on the scene and found 3 corpses and 6 criminals armed with automatic weapons surrounding a cargo container. The criminals spotted the police and 2 of them already rushed to escape. We can fire a couple of warning shots into the air, shoot at the criminals, or everybody freeze and put your hands on your head. We'll fire a couple of warning shots in the air. The remaining criminals are hiding inside a shipping container. Begin the assault. You're surrounded. Come out with your hands up. Improvise a way to smoke them out. You are surrounded. Come out with your hands up. I mean, it works with the SWAT and 5 of our most well-trained officers out there. Austin is making me proud. He started out as nothing and he's just climbing the ladders now. Offender caught, officers unharmed, and we found loot, cocaine. That was the firefight. That was what it was all about. So we can have the mafia sell it and we probably get some extra cash, but there's 5 officers involved and the SWAT there. We'll just get it back to the police station. Why do we let... I mean, sure, we can get some extra money. The man's suspicions were aroused by a shopping center employee wearing a costume. He was dressed as a hero from the movie Dressed in Blood. He was pretending to menace visitors as part of the fun, but he wasn't going to kill anyone. I knew that was going to be a false alarm. Okay, our officers are getting back, but let's see what Vargas needs help with. The guys were outside having a beer and Sans people opened fire at us. Aren't the police supposed to do something when that happens? Nope. You both can fight and kill each other. The streets will be better off without you, but I have to help one of you at the end of the day, and I'll just do the least minimum. Though I think I'm supposed to do more than what I'm doing, but I didn't have officers to spare today. I just hope I don't get killed for this. Because I did promise to help the Vargas, and I haven't helped the Vargas at all today. So yeah, that's a bummer. Alright, let's end the day. Sans 2, Vargas 2, they're equal now. So I don't need to be worried about the Sans being angry with me and trying to kill me. Let's head on to the next day. Day 15, July 29th, a nice Monday. Mayor proves his commitment to nepotism. Freeburg Tribune reputes city police chief not elected position, says Mayor Rogers. Of course, because he wants his nephew or whatever in there. Mayor Rogers, yeah, if my nephew wants to lead the police, I support him. Sure. Nephew of the mayor being the police chief. What could go wrong? Sorry, just having a sip of water. Officer Grant says, my father got drunk and beat my mother again. This time it looks pretty bad. I'd like to go to them. Can I have the day off? How could I say no? I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? He's always tired. No. We have one stripe. Alright. We'll save it. We have enough striped officers on this shift. We'll save it. The host, I don't know why. I think we may need to fire Stovall eventually. Hire female cops. City Hall. Considering certain recent events, we are obliged to grant some concessions to the feminists. You are to make sure that at least half of the staff at the police station are women. You have 3 days. Job slot officer. We want an officer. Do we have... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not half, but I think we can make we can get there. We'll see. Suicide threat at the bridge. A taxi driver heard someone screaming and noticed a few people gathering on the bridge as he was driving past towards the port. He stopped to see if anyone needed help, but as he approached, he saw that a man was threatening to throw himself and 2 children into the icy water below. Jason left us. I lost my job and the house, and there's no way we'll survive. It's better if everything just ends now. To the taxi driver, it looked like suicide. Of course, he's standing on the edge shouting these things with 2 children. Alright. Gibbons is going to take the lead along with Vandal. They'll talk it out. They'll calm the suspect, and everything will end well. Nobody needs to die, and especially children don't need to die. Breaking and entering in the suburb. An elderly man speaking in a raspy whisper just reported a break-in. There's someone in my house. Okay, I can't do the voice, sorry. They're pounding on the door and marching all around downstairs. Hurry. Could this be a false alarm? I don't want to... Okay, if Stovall dies, so be it. He's always coming into work tired. He never gets rest. It all started the day when he stayed up all night to read the damn book.
Looks like we have a situation.
A suicide threat at the bridge. 2 tearful boys, clearly in a state of shock, are standing dangerously close to the edge of the bridge. Beside them, their drunk and distraught father is slowly pushing the children closer to the precipice. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Precipice? Yeah, okay. So literally, a father with 2 kids is planning to jump off a bridge. Wow. Okay, don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your husband. Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. Don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your wife. Okay, we'll go with the don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your husband, because it seems like a case where his husband left him. A strong gust of wind almost blows one of the children off the bridge. Oh no. But he recovered at the last moment and stumbled to the ground with a scuffled knee. Stay back and try not to agitate the man. Rush to the aid of the children. Look, quit fooling around. These children have already suffered enough. Yeah, they have already suffered enough. The man slurs his words, saying that there's no point delaying the inevitable. point a gun at the man and order him to step away from the bridge. Your children have their whole lives in front of them. You can't make this decision for them. Think about what you're doing. There's people who care about you. Yeah, it's about the children. Let him jump. Why is he jumping with his children?
210 progress.
Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good job, Gibbons and Vandal. Disorderly conduct in the business center. Secretary Abigail Jones told the police that her boss, Martin Quebec, returned from a meeting in quite a state. When he entered, he took a bag of white powder from his safe and shut the door. Now he's yelling incessantly and making a scene, demanding that his secretary deliver him the head of a unicorn, or he'll cut her throat with a letter opener and then go after the rest of the family. Okay, Officer Robbins and Officer Samadhi, off you go. Deal with the maniac of a boss who had white powder in quotations and is threatening to kill the secretary with freaking paper cutter. Destruction of property at the church. A young drunken biker broke into the church, rode around between the pews, defiled the sacred crucifix, and fled the scene. Beasley, off you go. We have we don't have frames on this. Alright, let's wait. Maybe it'll come in. Breaking and entering report. There was no one except the dogs in the house. They were scratching at the door because they wanted to go outside. I knew it would be a false alarm. That's why I sent Stovall alone. In case it wasn't a false alarm. Nightmare back to Mr. B, Officer B, and his sacrifice to keep the city safe. Disorderly conduct, offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed, loot found, cocaine. Of course, that was the white powder that made him go crazy. We'll bring it back to the police station. I know I can make extra cash by selling it to the mafia, but I don't want to do that. It's just going to increase this. I'm going to wait for Stovall to get back before attending or reading this. I'm just trying to keep the city safer by keeping all of the bad things away out of the street. The Sands need help. A member of the family was out at a restaurant having dinner with his secret lover, but because the affair was secret, he was light on protection, and one of Vargas' agents was able to slip a grenade into the room. This is a job best handled by police, unofficially, of course. Buck Jr. and Stovall, off you go. A grenade. Oh my god. Watch as both my officers die. Destruction of property. Investigations have started. Mrs. Mason says, I have been going to Sunday service for 36 years and this is the first time I have ever seen such a disgrace. Some crazy young man on a motorcycle drove straight through the doors of God's temple and began running around, shouting a blasphemy. He even dared raise his hand to Holy Father Nunes. What is with the youth of today? Okay, Mr. Nunes. It all happened so quickly, the guy drove straight between the pews, almost crushing a parishioner. Then he looked into the confessional and threw in a bottle, and he ran up to me and shouted, the devil sits on the roof of the church. Then he shoved me, I fell to the floor, and the crazy man shouted, my hand is hard as stone, I'll knock you out of the saddle, Satan. And then he threw his helmet at the cross above the altar and sped away. Wow. Thomas Cruz says, I was in the confessional when it happened. I was waiting for Father Nunes to finish his sermon so he could hear me. I have sinned so much this week. As I was sitting in the confessional, I heard noises of an engine like a motorcycle. Then there was a roar and a man shouted, come Lucifer, do not hide from me. A few seconds later, a young man in black leather jacket opened the door of the confessional and yelled, I will seek out the devil wherever he may hide. And then he threw a bottle at me. The shard stuck in my face. There's some conflicting words that he used. Okay. Helmet. At the crime scene, we found a black helmet with a white spot on top. Alright. Asphalt. On the pavement near the church, we found traces from 3 motorcycle tires. Oh. Alright. Looks like an interesting case. Let our detectives work on it. Vargas. The Vargas need help. Dick, Rick, and Mick always wanted to dine at an expensive restaurant dressed like punks. Today they got a bit of cash from yesterday's haul and decided it was time to live out a little. But before they could even get a table, 2 of Sandsmen entered the restaurant and shot them dead on spot. We were stood outside watching and now they're firing at us. This is crazy. Just shoot out at restaurants. We are helping out both sides today. We helped out the Sand and now we are helping out the Vargas. And we'll one up Vargas today, I think. That should be fine if Vargas is one up today. I need to exactly know which day I need to keep Vargas ahead though. Hostage situation with a fatal casualty. Bank of Freiburg. A man wearing a suit walked into the lobby of the bank, locked the doors and proceeded to kill several customers. He never said a word. He just started firing at people, reported one eyewitness. A dozen people remain inside the building and the criminal demands are yet unknown. We need more officers back for this. But we have just 10 seconds to... approximately 10 seconds to respond. But I'm going to have officers back. Though sending out Burke Jr. is not going to be the best of ideas. So we'll send out Gibbons, Stovall, Robbins and SWAT. If they ask for backup, we will have Vandal and Samadhi to send. I still feel Stovall is going to die today. Just because he's tired and he's going to make a slip up. The Sands need help. Let's check out. Christopher G. Sand, a sweet girl named Anna, is one of our key assets in a large accounting firm. She just got home from work and found her house was on fire, and the assholes that started it are still standing around admiring their handiwork. Wow. Wouldn't it be pretty if someone cracked open their skulls and tossed them onto the flames? No, I'm not going to send my officers to commit murder. Okay, Vandal and Samadhi, off you go. We said that if they require backup, we'll send 2 more officers. I don't want anyone to die. Not anymore, at least. So I will try to avoid that whenever I can. But I'm sure things are going to go horribly wrong sometime or the other. So the Vargas need our help as well. Vargas. Because Vargas says our guys usually meet up at an abandoned building at the end of the day to go over the score. But Sand figured out where we were meeting and turned the whole building into a fire trap. We're trying to get our friends out of there before the whole building goes up, but we need some professional help. So there's a fire in both cases, so fight fire with fire, literally. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed, good job. I don't think that's exactly true. There were some people dead already, so... I don't think we can help out the Sands in time. We need 2 officers and we don't have them back yet. And I wouldn't help out the Vargas either because I have... we got 3 new frames in the destruction of property, but we need 5 frames in total, so I'm going to let it be for now. Hit and run, we got new frames in hit and run, which is good. Okay, let's look. The dark colored car comes tearing around the corner, hopped the curb and kept on going, knocked the man over, didn't even slow down. Dark colored car, both are dark colored. So not long before the crash, they were having a fight. This we have read already. A few days ago, Dad had a fight with a couple of young people who were causing ruckus at the library. Okay, I saw 2 people in the car that went right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard. Yeah, okay, that's true. So both of these are accurate. So a dark colored car. Alright. Comes around the corner, hopped the curb and kept on going, knocked the man over, didn't even slow down. So they get into the car. First they hop the curb, hit the man and drive away without stopping. So yeah, we solved the case. Good job, Detective Porter and Detective Moser. William Holden frequents the local bars. Repeated arrests for driving under the influence. Oh, we have 2 possible locations. Hit and run, Kevin Store Bar. William's favorite place to tie one on. He knows everyone. Or we have his residential area, William's last known place of residence, but the information is over 3 years old. He frequents the bar. So we'll send Robbins and Vandal along with the SWAT because this is a repeated arrest and he did murder someone with his vehicle. So it's better that we are safe rather than sorry. It makes sense to just... we had this SWAT to spare anyway, so why not send them out? Hit and run. Offender caught. That's nice. So the SWAT did help. I thought something more would be added on, but I forgot it was okay. So Porter's professionalism is through the roof, and Moser is doing well too. So we'll end the day. And Sands and Vargas are equal at 3 each. But I think I need to make sure Vargas is 1 up tomorrow, so that we keep our part of keeping him in the lead. Stovall is just dead. He has no energy at all. That's wow. He came in with 2 energy bars and now it's 0. How is that possible? Alright, let's end the day. And we're going into day 16, and that's where I'll stop this video. Join me next time as I continue to clean up the streets of Freiburg. Leave me a comment. I would love to interact with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.